Hello and welcome to Guitar Lessons with Billy Prewitt. This lesson series goes with Billy's guitar lesson book. If you don't already have your guitar lesson book, you can visit speaktometoday.com/BNRmusic to find out how to purchase a PDF version or order a paperback copy. While you're on our website, you can go ahead and download the free MP3 play-along tracks of every song in the book. These play-along tracks make learning guitar really fun. In this instructional video series, Billy will teach you how to read notes and rhythms, play chords and strumming patterns, and even how to improvise. So get your guitar and your lesson book ready, and let's get started.
In this lesson, we're going to learn a new chord, and we're also going to learn how to switch chords while we're strumming. Now that is, I'll be honest with you, that's a coordination thing. It's difficult. And so we're going to use our method. We're going to break it down. And once we break it down, of course, you're going to have to practice this. But once we break it down, you'll have all the tools that you need in order to get to where you can do this. Now the chord we're going to learn today is the chord A. And I'm going to show you the frame so you can see it. We already learned D. So go ahead and put your fingers on D. There you go. And go ahead and play that with the down, miss, down, up pattern. Here we go. Down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up. Now we're going to learn A. We're going to lift all of our fingers off, and you'll notice on the A frame, you'll notice that all of the fingers are on fret number 2. And they're on strings number 2, 3, and 4, and the fingers are exactly backwards, 4, 3, and 2. So here's my A chord right there, and I'm going to twist my guitar so you can see what that looks like. Right there are my fingers. Okay, now obviously it looks a little different with fingers than it does with the chord frame. It looks a little different, but that gives you kind of an idea of what it's going to look like on yours. And just scrunch your fingers on top of it. In fact, I'll let you look at my fingers real close. My fingers actually kind of stack up on top of each other in order to make that happen right there. Especially if you got big fingers like mine. Just stack them right on top of each other and you can get them all on that second fret. And let's go ahead and play it. Now, if you're getting thunks like this, that means you're not pressing it down hard enough, and yeah, you're gonna have to put some muscle on it. So here we go. Play it again. Down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up. Okay, very good. Now, what we're getting ready to do right now, we're gonna try to move between the D chord and the A chord while we're strumming. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this is the hardest thing that you're ever gonna do in guitar. But once you get the hang of it, it's not so hard. In fact, it's pretty easy. But getting the hang of it is not easy. So we're going to break it down. Put your fingers on D, and then lift your fingers off and put them on A. Now, I made that look real easy, but I'll promise you, when I started playing guitar, I was just like you. I was doing all this right here. It took me about 30 seconds to get my fingers on a D. And then now I've got to figure out, well, wait a minute, hold on. About A, I've got to figure that all out. It was not easy, but eventually I got to where I can do that. Now, you're going to need to get to where you can kind of go back and forth. And so go back and forth between the D and the A and 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 the D and the A. Okay, I'm kidding. I know you can't go that fast. But you will one day, and so here we go. We're looking at D and we're looking at A. Now we're going to use our strumming pattern and we're going to switch. I'm going to say switch. When I say switch, for some of you who probably have been practicing this or maybe have some experience playing guitar, you're probably just going to switch. But for the rest of us that take some time to learn it, we're going to switch in super duper slow motion, but our strumming hand can't change. Okay, so we're not going to strum and then switch, and then strum some more. We're not going to do it that way. We're going to strum, and our strumming hand is never going to stop. So I'm going to do this in super duper slow motion. My right hand is not going to be super duper slow motion, but my left hand is definitely going to be super duper slow motion, and I'm going to show you what I would like you to sound like at this stage in the game here. Here we go. Switch. Switch. Now, if anybody turned the video on right there, they'd say, wow, I would never want to take lessons from that guy. But I'm telling you, this is going to work. This is going to make it possible for you to actually play chords. So don't fight it. Just go with it. Now, here's what I don't want you to sound like. The reason I don't want you to sound like that is because my right hand stopped. Did you notice my right hand stopped? If your right hand is stopping, then you're definitely not doing this right. So you got to make sure, even if you're, I know our brains don't function that way. You have to force them to. So you got to get to where this right hand never stops while you do the shift. And I'm going to tell you that's going to be... some people get it pretty quick, but other people have to struggle with it, but it's okay. It's worth the struggle because eventually you're going to sound like this. So I've given you all the tools that you need in order to play D and A using the strumming pattern number 1. And so go ahead and fight through the process, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. The slower you go, the faster you learn. Alrighty, till next time.
Well, that certainly was a lot of fun. You are now ready for the next video in the series Guitar Lessons with Billy Prewitt. See you next time.